Welcome to the #1 podcast in Leander. We're live in Bassham Studios. This is the Whiskey and Whiskers podcast. We're your host, Chris.
Chop.
Gator.
And Blake. That was awesome.
Short, sweet, to the point.
Yeah, I like it.
Nailed it.
Communicate very well, Chris.
I've been told that recently.
Nice.
So apparently the scientific community has gotten together with a whole bunch of intellectuals, researchers, scientists and researchers.
PhD type people.
Yeah, and they did this big study with a huge group, and basically
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
No PTSD people.
once they got they got all their resources together, they got all their experiments figured out, they came to the conclusion that, y'all ready for this? This is fucking crazy. Horny people are more likely to fuck robots than not horny people.
Interesting.
Wait.
And you, in fact, each of you would be more likely to fuck a robot if you were horny.
I don't identify as a horny person.
How many
to begin
people
with,
eventually
okay?
just fuck the robots, whether they're a horny person or not?
I'm wondering what
percentage of people are not fucking robots? Are there actually people out there that are like, nah, I'd rather just use my hand?
then fuck a robot?
Yeah.
It depends on the robot.
What if
right?
you have like a robotic hand?
I mean, I guess you could be scared. You're like, what if it gets chokehold and rips my penis off or something? Like, that's sketchy.
Yeah,
now it's just a little too hard.
Thanks, you just unlocked a new fear.
Yeah. Yeah, those things are scary.
I never
dude.
thought about robots ripping my dick off. Like,
Is that a normally closed fucking like servo or normally open? Because you don't want to disconnect power and the wrong thing happens.
Max tightness.
Oh no! Yeah, the battery died. My dick got stuck,
It's stuck. Now I have to explain.
and I can't get the batteries out because it's in where my dick is, and my dick's stuck.
Now I have to explain to the hot ER nurse why my dick is stuck in this robot.
Damn.
but isn't that fucking ridiculous that that's like that? That's what you were trying to come up with? Really?
I bet it costs a lot of money to come up with that conclusion too.
Would you
Here's
fuck
what
a
you
robot?
could have done. Here's what you could have done. You could have walked around to fucking people and been like, yo, would you fuck a robot? And if they say yes, be like, are you horny right now? And if they say yes,
Wait, is
then
that
put
not
a check mark.
Is that not the test that they did?
I don't know, I guess.
No, surely
They needed me to set up this fucking test?
I think what happened is they had set up dates with robots, sex robots specifically. They're like robots to do sex work.
Uh-huh.
And, people went on dates with them, and the horny people had sex with the robots, and the horny people and the non-horny people didn't.
I say let's do our own research here. Like, would you have sex with robots?
Chop's a robot. Would you have sex with him?
Well, okay. And then the next step is, would you have sex with a robot? And they go, no. And they go, all right, would you be more likely to have sex with a robot if you were horny?
Yeah.
And they would be like, well,
Well, hell yeah.
yeah, probably. But
No, I want to do our own research. Let's go around the room. Would you have sex with the I'll go first. You want me to go first to break the ice here?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. Duh.
Yeah, obviously.
I'm scared of robots.
I think there's people in this room that have had sex with robots.
what if it's a Terminator? I need to see specifics on what type of robots we're talking about.
is this like it holds a gun to your head?
Yeah,
There's no possible way it can clamp down and rip my penis off, right?
I want the specs.
Are you sure it won't get pregnant?
Yeah, I want to know what kind of robot it is.
Like a hot robot?
I think it's a sex robot.
Well, for sure. Well, no, it's a robot that does sex work. So let's get that straight. It's not just a sex robot. They can do other things other than sex. Like you can talk to them. They can read
Also,
books
what
on
if it's
tape
like
and
one of the robots that
Books on tape.
moist
I love the way you read.
That's how you romance them.
War of the Worlds.
Penguin Zero YouTuber made a video or a music video about robots that are fueled from like our jizz. Like, what if it's one of those?
Like
what if
gender
I'm fueling
fluids?
a Terminator by fucking the robot?
Well, then you're a part of the problem.
Yeah,
What does it do with this?
and I'm going to continue to. Be
I don't
part of
even
the
like
problem.
fucking Terminators. I just like destroying humanity.
Wait, if fucking the robots would make the robots rise up and destroy humanity, I would probably still fuck them.
I might fuck them less, maybe. No, probably not.
Would you marry a robot?
Yeah, is that what we're doing? We're just making robots so we can fuck them?
Dude, that's kind of wild, man.
I mean, they've been making robo fuck machines for like a pretty good while.
Is
now,
the barrier to entry for sex so hard that we have to like make robots to have sex
I mean,
with?
there's already fleshlights that vibrate, so, I mean...
Well, those are robots.
At what point does it become a robot?
That is a robot. How is that not a robot?
As soon as it's got fucking batteries in it,
Moving parts?
Yeah.
like a vibrator is a fucking robot in my book.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's people in this room that have had sex with a robot.
Yeah, like if your wife has a pacemaker and you're fucking a robot.
Straight up.
Straight up.
That's a cyborg, dude. Completely different.
How?
Because
No,
it's
It's got
Because
batteries
it's
in
a
it.
cyborg?
It's got batteries in it.
by definition. What do you mean?
We just said if it's got batteries in it, it's a robot.
Well, it can't have any like flesh and blood. If it's got batteries and it's not flesh and blood,
Well, I'm not convinced.
What if they make fake flesh and blood?
that's fine.
it's synthetic?
That's still a robot.
That's a robot.
It just can't have like
'Cause,
organic.
I don't like fucking metal. Sounds just not only dangerous, but
It just can't have like organic free range flesh.
That's
and
the
blood.
thing I have a hard time getting past is the metal part. Like
Yeah, you're gonna have to put some silicone pussy in there.
that sounds painful.
Cold.
Yeah.
Unless it's hot.
But you can
metal.
put a heater in
Unless
it.
it's hot. You don't want that either.
Keep that away.
That's the guy that fucked his refrigerator.
Yeah, I singed my dick on my sex robot today. She got a little too hot.
Wait, that sounds cold. I think I'm into this sort of thing. You ever fuck cold pussy?
Ouch. You're like, yeah, my dick shriveled as soon as I put it in there. It's so cold.
Yeah, you don't fuck the freezer. That's just weird.
You got frostbite.
Plus, it's on the bottom. You know, you got it. Maybe, or you have to stand on a step ladder. Fucking the freezer's hard. I'm just saying.
Wait,
that's what
Whether
you
it's
do.
on the top or
could,
the bottom.
It could be the same though, right? Like if you got the dual door, motherfucker.
Oh, you can close it between the fridge and the freezer?
Oh, man.
Damn.
You just need a robot that'll do it for you.
I'm going to have to go to Home Depot and do that because I don't have my fridge.
Turns out I
set
need a
up
new
like that.
refrigerator now.
What happened to your old one?
Gross.
That's a robot.
All right.
All right, so whiskey.
Yeah, I don't know where to go.
We need a sex robot that can pour the whiskey shots for us. That's what we need.
Well, the way I see it is no matter how you slice it, we're going to end up drinking 2 bottles.
I really hope not. I really hope not.
You can hope in one hand and shit in the other and see what fills up first, Blake.
No, it's not that I'm nervous about drinking 2 bottles. I'm definitely not. What sucks is this.
Let's do a twofer. Let's do a twofer. Let's do 2 gratings.
Okay, for right now, we're drinking Rabbit Hole High Gold Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. And the reason we're drinking this is because we've already started drinking it.
Yeah.
I didn't take it out of the box. It came out of the box before the show even started.
Magically.
And opened itself.
Magically.
Yeah.
So that's what we're drinking. We've only had, 2 shots, though.
So we're drinking 2 bottles tonight? It's going to be the Whiskey and
Dude,
Whiskers podcast.
Like
show.
next tax season, I'm probably going to buy like a barrel of Evan Williams and just put it in the corner so that we always have pregame whiskey.
Wow. That would last like a week. Because I wouldn't leave
That might last the entire episode.
the entire pregame before the episode starts.
It would, I mean, if I bought it in the spring, like it would make it to June.
If you bring a barrel of whiskey in here, I'm going to go inside of the barrel and like saturate my body in it just to see what
I'm
happens.
going to fuck it.
Yeah. I'm going to put batteries in it and
Get
we're
your
having
dick
sex.
out of the whiskey.
We're having sex.
You have a bunghole. And so do I.
Ooh, that's really wet.
Entirely different definition of whiskey dick.
Oh, my God. Oh, man.
We're off to a great start, boys. So far,
All right.
this show has been like,
Yeah, it's
does it exist? Would you fuck it?
Yeah. Robots. Put batteries in it.
And the
Now I'm
answer is
turned
yes.
on.
This episode's a soup sandwich. We aren't even like
You're getting me cold, baby, with that cold metal.
already even started.
Dude, I haven't even had soup since yesterday.
Dude, okay. I had an epiphany like about a week ago. I went to a restaurant and I ordered a fucking French dip, right?
Iota.
That's literally a soup sandwich.
That is a soup sandwich.
It's actually a soup sandwich.
As you're
is
eating
delicious.
it, where you're like, this is kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
I think it's my favorite soup sandwich.
Yeah, I actually saw somebody eat a French onion dip last night, and I was like, that's kind of fucked up.
No, soup sandwiches are a thing. Mothers in New Orleans, that's what they like. They take all that debris and they put on it with the peppers and meat and shit. It's like a famous sandwich.
Debris,
In
like
New York.
from the hurricane?
And then they take the whole thing and they dip it like in the soup and they give you a soup sandwich. It's all sloppy.
Yeah.
You can't pick it up and eat it.
Sloppy.
Yeah, you need to get like backhoes and shit in there to pick up all the trash and debris. And
I've often been fucked up like a soup sandwich.
Mm-hmm. Here,
it's hard to pick you up for other people.
we're going down the rabbit hole.
Oh, man.
Wait, what's this bottle
Oh,
called?
I get it.
Rabbit hole.
Nice.
Yeah, dude. You like it? That's kind of cool, huh?
Tink.
I've actually enjoyed the 5 shots of this I've had so far.
All right. So, a motherfucker, an entrepreneurial motherfucker. Maybe that's not the right word.
It's a big word.
Wait, is it me?
He got
No,
busted
definitely not.
trying to steal. How much crab was it he was trying to steal?
Oh, $750,000.
$750,000, which is like 6 crabs or something.
$750K.
Yeah, with inflation.
He stole
it's like 6
700
crabs.
crabs, bro.
But yeah, he got busted. You know, sucks to suck
Most people
But-
try to avoid crabs. This guy's like, I'm going to steal them.
What was he going to do with it? Sell it or eat it? 'Cause I'd brag about it.
Probably both.
Like, I ate $700,000 worth of crab one night.
I think you would develop some kind of allergy, right? You'd have to if you eat that much.
Or you
crab.
get like AIDS or something, or mercury poisoning.
But here's my
Mercury
question. If you were going to heist a Safeway, if you were going to rob a fucking HEB Ocean's 11 style, right?
What does that mean? You got to be cool about it. You can't dress up like a crab and be like, "I'm taking my babies back."
No, you're robbing a grocery store.
Yeah. But not like, all right, listen up, this
Everybody
will
on
only
the
take a
ground.
second. Yeah, you're not doing that.
Well, you got
No, you like hung out in the binary restroom until they closed, and now you're free in the store, and you're gonna take as much shit as you can.
oh, it's like that.
Yeah.
See, I was thinking about dressing up like a sample lady and just cooking steak all day and eating it.
So this is where I get fucked up. I'm like, yeah, I can make $700,000 if I just go steal all the seafood and sell it to the local distributors, right? And then I walk by the beer aisle and go, well, never mind. We're gonna have beer forever.
Yeah.
We're going to have beer for a week.
How many Heineken mini kegs can I store in the vehicle that I brought?
Well, you get a shopping cart. Come on, think shop.
I said in the vehicle I brought.
I
I'm
once
talking about like how many Heineken mini kegs can I fit in the back of a U-Haul, you know?
somebody I know once did a beer heist in a 1992 Camaro, and yeah, you could fit one keg and about 17 cases and two people in a.
And you
car
can't
that
get away
size.
very fast.
No, you can't. It's still a Camaro.
It still has like a truck engine in it.
All right, so I think
It's beer? Beer's the answer?
What is that? What you steal from?
okay. What are we in Texas?
Well, they don't have whiskey.
Well, that's what I was gonna. That's where I was going. Is like if we're in another state, you can get fucking liquor at the gas station, and that's way more efficient.
Or the grocery store too.
And valuable. It's a lot easier to sell knockoff fucking whiskey than it is to sell knockoff fucking crab. You go to restaurants and you're like, hey, you want a good deal on some crab? And they're like, I don't know, man.
Get out of here.
Turns out we're allergic to crab.
You're going to get us fired, dude. You got to go.
Is that what you do? You try to flip it?
What else?
Well,
you
yeah,
you
you would-
can't
you would
eat
have
that
to.
much crab, dude.
You just go store refrigerators or freezers and you keep it all.
And I'm like, did he have a box truck? Like,
I don't know.
Yeah, clearly.
clearly he had to have a box truck.
You go to a fucking fish market or something and you sell the crab backs. You know what I mean?
They're like, we just sold this to the grocery store. And you're
Look-
I recognize that crab.
yeah, exactly. That's
Look.
Jimmy.
Locally caught crab wrapped in HEB packaging.
Locally caught here in like Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
We
Farm raised.
caught it all local.
Yeah.
Okay, what about eggs?
What?
Eggs?
Yeah.
Flipping eggs?
They go bad. Break.
And they're not, yeah, and they break, and they're not worth a lot. Like even,
But
even
isn't
like
that the whole
even
thing
though
is
they're
like eggs are expensive as
What
fuck
about
right
milk?
now?
What
yeah,
about milk?
because they're double what they used to be, but that's still like what fucking $4 a carton.
I mean,
I think you should flip steaks.
Yeah,
On the grill?
You go Wagyu beef, you go fucking crab, lobster. You know,
oh, dude. Also, if I'm in like HEB or something,
briskets.
cigarettes, bro.
Oh yeah,
cigarettes.
cigarettes and beer. That's where that's immediately where I went.
Money orders? I mean, that's
Dude,
another thing
cigarette,
that
like
you
you empty that whole fucking.
There's
thing.
someone somewhere is listening to this right now and they're just screaming like, money, you fucking idiots. The store has money.
do. Nah.
Not for long.
They got way more in credit card transactions than do cash. I don't even
Yeah,
fuck with
you steal the credit card machine.
it. Yeah.
Got him.
yeah.
Now what?
We got these credit card. We just got to get
There's
the
all
money
this
off of
credit
them
card
now.
information in this little machine, man. I swear to God,
Steal the Coinstar.
bro.
That'd be heavy.
That's heavy as fuck.
That'd be the worst thing to steal. You get caught for sure.
It's $78.
7 hours later, they didn't even get it close to the front door.
And the guy blew his back trying to move.
Yeah, dude, had to
He
call
was just laying on the
911.
floor.
He's like, look, I got COVID, but my back hurts.
I stole the whole cooler of dry ice.
Oh, you can do cool shit with dry ice.
Yeah, you fuck up somebody's swimming pool pretty good.
Really? What happens? It just gets really cold?
Actually, it
Or
doesn't
you
necessarily
die.
fuck up the pool, but if you're around it when you do that, you die.
What about gift cards?
They're not good.
no,
you have to
yeah,
activate
you have to
them.
But couldn't you activate them?
Yeah, you have
No.
to steal the credit card machine also.
Yeah.
No, I think it's the register, right? Like you gotta fucking.
So you steal a register and a credit card?
And in order to get in the register, you're going to need somebody's ID number.
Well,
In which case, like, why activate all the cards when you can just steal all the cash if you're at the register already?
And they take the cash tills at the end of their shifts.
Or they're locked,
If
usually.
they're closed, you can get no cash from the tills. You have to go in the back and get the safe.
What
That's
about
why you-
lottery tickets?
They would
bust-
do you no
they would
good. You
so
have to
bust you.
activate them just like the gift cards.
Yeah, they would bust you for sure.
No, scratch offs?
Oh, scratch offs. Yeah, that's different. You said
probably-
lottery tickets. And
Is
that's
it
like
though?
fucking-
They would probably still bust you because they trace all that shit.
Yeah.
They can
Yeah.
trace the store and the transaction.
They'd be
to
like, the
any
winning lottery
winner.
tickets from HEB, they got all the lottery tickets stolen from it.
Yeah.
It's like I won 37 times.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, you're fucking busted. Dude.
Yeah. That's
That's
what you
like
got.
that's like trying
You're
to
a
sell like
lottery
a.
winner, and all your friends are like, "What's up?" I'm
That's like trying to sell a
lottery
stolen
winner,
gun to a pawn shop or something. Like they're gonna have that serial number on file, like for sure.
What about bread? What if you stole like a bunch of Mrs. Baird's?
Well, it's light, you know?
It's light and it's easily transferable because you can go to like Target and be like, "No, look, I'm your new bread distributor. I need like $700,000 for all this bread I'm bringing you." And they're like, "Mrs. Baird's, absolutely. She
okay.
goes right here."
High end toilet paper.
What does that mean? Isn't that a bidet or your T-shirt?
It's a baby wipes.
I use my T-shirt when I'm talking high end.
No, I'm talking like aloe vera, fucking
Yeah, baby
extra
wipes.
comfort.
Kittens.
Oh, the greasy underwear toilet paper stuff. Is that what you're talking about?
Baby wipes.
No.
Baby wipes. No,
It's baby wipes.
it's baby wipes. They're expensive.
None of y'all are stealing high end toilet paper.
I didn't know they call that high end toilet paper.
No,
I mean, no.
briskets, bro. briskets
I
and
know.
beer and cigarettes.
Turns out you don't shit a lot if you don't eat.
Briskets
so-
are unattainable. Like, dude, if you have 25 briskets, you're like, God damn, this dude's flexing like hard. You know?
Bro, we're gonna have the biggest barbecue ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, or you can take out a loan again.
Dude, this is when you get to call that guy that that has the trailer fucking thing where you can smoke.
Which is absurd.
Smoke
Like, why the
20
fuck do you need that? He's like, I can smoke 25 briskets. And I'm like, 25 briskets is more than this fucking trailer. Like, you don't need 25 briskets, dude.
Yeah, but now we have 25 briskets.
Don't ask. You know?
Yeah, we're gonna cook them. We're gonna throw down free brisket for everybody.
Hey, where'd you get 25 briskets? Shut the fuck up. There's 25 briskets.
Don't ask questions.
Might as well have a bikini bike wash out front.
Yeah, we got to raise money to pay for all these briskets, right? Just saying.
It's a fundraiser of sorts.
Yeah, I need to get paid for all these stolen briskets.
Sorry, my back's
Wait.
all
Do you so if you steal raw goods, do you cook it and then try and sell the cooked goods?
That's
for
what
even more
I
money.
was gonna
Oh,
say,
dude, you
like,
mark it up.
if you steal enough briskets, if you got that many briskets, like at that point you open a barbecue store, right?
Or like a fucking food truck.
Yeah.
and
They're
like
harder to trace.
not
You
not
can
like
just move
legit at all. Like I'm talking about like
No,
the
super sketchy.
like sell out of the back of a pickup truck at the fucking gas station.
Saul's briskets.
Nah, nah, fuck that, dude. You get like a food truck and you make it legit and you sell it for like twice as expensive as smoking
Oh
house.
fuck no.
But then you got to have money to buy a food truck.
Yeah.
And stuff. He's got
I don't
that
know.
kind of time.
And
Sell
it's
like
hot,
five
you want to get rid of
briskets
it
and buy-
quick, you know?
Bro, I'll trade you 5 briskets for a food truck, you know?
You go to the gas station and open
They're
up
like,
your
damn, I don't want to lose money on this deal. Fuck.
you open up your tailgate at the gas station and
Guess
you're
I
like
got you.
$20 half pound brisket, best brisket you'll ever fucking eat.
You only got to cook one
So
brisket.
you
at a
lie.
time.
Yeah.
And they're like $20, and you're like, I'll do 10 for it. Like, okay, $10.
Yeah.
I feel like if you steal that many briskets, you need to steal some deep freezes.
Which are heavy.
Yeah.
Probably need to steal some salt and pepper too. Butcher paper, maybe.
Charcoal.
What if, like,
You steal a
calls the
smoker.
next day and they call the police department. They're like, we got hit. And they're like, what happened? And they're like, he stole 25 briskets, 12 things of giant butcher paper, all of our salt and pepper. And they're like, all right, we're going to get this guy. Don't worry about it.
And our old smoky display.
We'll catch him. And then they don't. Of course they don't.
No, because they're at the barbecue eating all the fucking briskets.
Catch me if you can.
You're like, hey, we're doing a fundraiser for police.
The police association fundraiser was great. We had 25 briskets, all cooked on this new fucking smoker we got donated to the police department.
I don't know, man. What about like, so criteria, right? Like it's got to be lightweight. 'Cause there's a lot of it, right? You're going to have to carry a bunch of shit. It's got to be expensive and it's got to be something that you can, get rid of.
There's a pharmacy.
Oh, yeah. All the
Yeah.
tweakers are like, we should have stolen the drugs a long time ago. I don't know what y'all are doing.
You know,
Yeah.
the more we talk about it, the more I'm like, the guy that stole the crab, he has the right idea.
Dude, crab's not a bad option.
You got to keep it cold.
Yeah.
That wouldn't work here.
What about so
Unless you did it wintertime.
fourth
Yeah,
criteria
plan
is
better,
that
dude.
it
Do it during
shouldn't
the
it shouldn't
freeze.
go bad, right? Beef jerky.
Oh, shit. It's
Shit's
light.
expensive.
Yeah.
It's hella expensive.
Yeah.
It's pre-vacuum sealed packaged.
Yeah.
Stays good for a long time. That's a good call. That's a good call.
Yeah, beef jerky is a good move.
I like it.
Or you could steal 25 briskets and make beef jerky out of it. Just saying.
Yeah,
but then you get like 2 bags of beef jerky.
and people are gonna be like, "That's sketch. How'd you make all this beef jerky?"
Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
I
it's
think,
like laundering.
dude. I think that's my go-to.
It's like laundering your briskets.
That's smart. I think that's my favorite answer so far.
Beef jerky and cigarettes, dude.
Real white trashy, like.
dude. And some beer. You guys steal at least a case.
Oh yeah, I mean that's just for me though. I'm not trying to make money on that.
It's just like
We're here anyway.
he stole all the beef jerky, all the cigarettes, and 2 cases of Lone Star. Here's what we think's gonna happen.
Some guy drinking Lone Star selling beef jerky and cigarettes out the back of his car.
It's fucking some super detective is like closing his eyes and shaking his hands, and he's like, "This is what's gonna happen. This is what went down." First, he came in. He went for the beef jerky. No, he went for the beer first. Because see the empty beer cans? I'm thinking he's drinking the beer. He drank about 16 of them before he started loading the beef jerky.
And then, as a side note, on his way out, drunkenly, he decided that he needed 17 cartons of cigarettes.
He came back in and went, "Oh shit, I forgot cigarettes."
They're all Virginia Slims.
Also, he's clearly a lightweight, being that drunk off 16 beers.
No, he drank another case. This took some time.
He drank a case before he got there.
He pre-gamed.
See the empty bottle of whiskey? Oh, okay. That tracks.
That's not an indication of poor decisions. That's just an indication that he drank before he got there.
Okay.
So beef jerky and cigarettes, that's the...
Yeah.
National Beef Jerky and Cigarettes Day.
Dude, okay, so I've been looking up what, like, the national day is, right? Like, every day. So, like, one day it was...
Is every day a national day?
Oh, yeah. Like, every day is, like, multiple national days. Like, there's like,
man.
6 or 7 every single day.
So no day is actually special.
You get to choose. You get a list, and you're like, this one fits me. Today is this national day.
So, like, a couple weeks ago, it was, like, National Crawfish Day.
Okay.
And then the day after that, it was, like, National Lineman Day. Like, not like, you know, fucking...
football.
a left tackle. I'm not talking about a fucking person climbing a goddamn, you know, lift and working on the power lines and shit.
Oh, like linesmen.
Yeah.
People who
Yeah.
turn your power back on when ice is here.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've been posting this in the Discord server or whatever that I have a bunch of friends in. Like every day I'll be like, "Hey, happy National fucking Arbor Day," or "Happy National fucking, you know, Lineman Day," or, you know, whatever. So on 420, I posted Happy National High Five Day, which it was, but just completely refused to acknowledge the fact that it was 420. And like, you know, play that whole game. And then on 421, I posted Happy National Surprise Drug Test Day. But dude, every single day, it's like what today's like what the fucking 25th?
Surprise!
And it's still a surprise National Drug Test Day.
Yeah,
Dude.
National Drop Your Phone Day.
yeah.
I got...
You got drug tested too?
This is no bullshit. I don't get drug tested because I'm a fucking
You don't celebrate 420?
director.
I do the drug testing.
But I got HR sent me these cards to give out to all of the drivers that's like a reminder about how they can get drug tested. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, what? Why? Don't they know? Like, we told them, right? You guys aren't telling your guys?
You got to be prepared to fake your drug test.
And I didn't
call it.
Dude, I don't know. I was like, okay, I guess, you know, this is the new thing that HR's doing. I don't know. I did not even occur to me that, well, cause dude, I'm not a stoner. Like for real, I'm not. So like, it didn't even occur to me that they were giving me these the week of 420, you know?
Mm-hmm. So today is the 25th. Today is National Telephone Day.
Ugh.
Is that like a telegraph?
Gross.
But dude, there's some fucked up ones too. Like there was one that was like a week ago also that was like National Memorial for the Oklahoma City bombings. It's like, dude, that's a fucking bummer. Like what? Why is that a national day?
Today sucks.
Everybody needs a day job.
I mean,
When's National Whiskey and Whiskers Day?
Every Wednesday?
Yeah.
Or Tuesday?
Monday.
Monday. Every
Oh,
Monday.
it's Monday today. I forgot.
It's always
Is it?
Monday.
Yep. Today's Monday.
We should figure out like when the first episode aired and make that National Whiskey and Whiskers Day.
How do we
The
get
date
a
or the
national
day?
day?
I think we just, you know, say it.
What if that's the
Will it into existence?
What if
Yeah.
that's the bullshit that makes us go viral or something?
It's National.
Is our national
Whiskey
day?
and Whiskers Day, and everybody's like, "It's national. Listen to these guys. It's fucking hilarious." All of a sudden, we have like 1,000 views.
Yeah.
Or people just get really drunk or something.
Oh, so it's St. Patty's Day
Yeah, but
or 4th of July.
Or Cinco de Drinko.
or Christmas,
Yeah,
New Year's.
Thanksgiving.
Memorial Day.
Tuesday.
Fucking Tuesday. Dude, it does go up on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
So we'll change gears a little bit.
Shots, let's go.
Yeah, let's do some shots, gentlemen.
Shots are a group effort, really.
So I was approached recently and asked to participate in a career day event where you go talk about your career.
Your career is boring as fuck, though.
Yeah, and that was my my feedback to the person who asked me. I was like, "Are you sure you want me to go talk about what I do?" Because I fart in jars and save them, and I have other people fart in jars, and I save them and smell them from time to time. You know, I collect farts. It's not very interesting.
Do farts really last in a jar?
Yeah, you just have to seal them right.
You need good jars.
Yeah, and after you smell them, you cough them back in. That helps too.
Well, I mean, you got to think the pool for career day is probably gradually getting smaller. The qualifications are getting down to like, do you have a job?
Yeah, because I mean, like,
We need calling all people that have jobs here.
yeah, all people who make money in some way.
Strippers are like, it's my time to shine.
Yes.
I'm going to go in here and feel important for once.
I'm confused about what career day is. It seems like a shitty way to like.
Well, somebody has to convince
You-
the little kids to be strippers.
You don't go to work, but you work. Does that make sense?
No.
So, like, in my case, I didn't go to my fart factory and collect farts. I just went to the career day and collected farts. I still had to smell them, you know?
Oh, you had to work from the school?
It wasn't a school.
Oh.
It was a prison.
Oh, prison career day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've done one of those.
Yeah. Well, it was cool. I could pass a jar around. People could smell it. It wasn't a breakable jar.
Usually at the prison career day, they try to teach people to stop being hookers.
Well, being a fart hooker is a little bit different.
Fart hookers. Write
How
that
so?
down.
Explain. How is it different than a regular hooker?
There's a lot more farts involved.
Yeah. I mean, that's not really your usual customer, you know? And, you know, when we start talking about farts, we're talking about physics now. You know, we're getting to a whole new...
And biology.
Physics and shit?
Yeah. I mean, it's really life sciences in
Physics
general.
and hopefully
It's
not
kind of
shit?
like physical biology.
And there's some chemistry in there, too.
And these are like
true.
artisanal farts, right? Like you're not just slinging farts.
Free-range organic.
If your gas
Shit
turns to
fart,
liquid,
like-
you're gonna have to throw away your underwear.
These are quality farts, right?
Well, so, no, there's definitely a spectrum of the farts, right? In terms of quality. And I'll collect them all, you know?
Bottom shelf up to top shelf.
Yeah, because there's customers for each market, right?
Yeah.
Each person has their niche, you know? Some people can't handle a strong one.
Have you figured out how to encapsulate the sound that goes with the smell?
Not yet, but we've got AI and machine learning working on that.
You can chat GBT that.
Yeah, it's probably going to take about a year for AI to finally figure it out and to crack the sound, you know, but we're really confident it can do it.
That'd be super cool if, like, when you open the jars, it let out, like, it emulated the sound that was produced.
So here's the idea.
the-
This is the
the set
technology
part,
behind it is, you know, there's within any kind of like chemical structure, there's electrons, right? And what we want to do is much like they're coding DNA now, we want to code the fart structure to replicate the sound.
Yeah.
Right, so it's going to act like a
Naturally
memory
induced
structure.
sound. You don't just want to put
So-
a speaker in there.
It's
with
like-
a little, yeah.
So y'all are full of shit. But also, I was watching this thing about AI and how it can like help different areas, right?
Oh fuck you, Blake!
And one of the things that they were talking about was dogs and like pets. How do you make pets' lives better with AI and you know machines? One of the suggestions was because dogs are like they see through their nose a lot, right? Or you know, like they use
I don't
their
think they
nose.
see through their nose like ever.
Well, they've got eyes; you just can't see them. They're in there.
They're in their nose. You never.
Most things smell through their nose.
Does yours nose smell?
They
Chris?
use their nose to experience their world around them. And so what they were suggesting is that like we already have the thing where, you know, if the dog starts barking, you can talk to the dog and be like, "Hey, calm down." And then the dog will calm down because it hears your voice, right? And they were saying, "Well, what if you could emit a smell that was your smell?"
Wait, so
Right?
yelling at them doesn't work? And they're all going crazy and you're like, "Hey, shut the fuck up!" Like, that doesn't work?
No, that never works.
It does for
you
me.
have dogs, right?
Yeah.
Usually they're like, I can do that too.
But really, what
Like
happens
louder.
is they go all crazy, and then like 5 people in my household all yell, "Hey, shut the fuck up!"
So they're trying to come up with some technology that does emulate smells and
It's a smell-o-vision.
like
yeah.
artificial smells.
yeah.
like scratch and sniff on your phone.
And then you're going to be out of a job.
Wait, so you can see smells?
Because you won't have to collect
That's
farts
kinda like
anymore.
smelling colors.
They'll just map the fart, and then they have that fart forever.
Dude, wait a second.
Synesthesia.
It's going to be like, what was that? NFT farts, dude. You know what I mean? It's like a digital copy of your fart.
Oh,
And
like
you can
Pokemon.
always smell.
Collect them all.
Could you imagine that, dude? You like upload your farts to the cloud and you can like download them and smell
fart
them.
cloud?
Yeah.
What are farts like for people that have synesthesia?
What is that? That's a big word.
Synesthesia is where
You can't smell farts?
You experience other senses by experiencing one of them. So the most common one is like
You see farts?
you're listening to music and you see colors that like match that music or that vibe or
Oh, that's
whatever.
Oh, like you see a hot girl and you jizz in your pants?
Yeah.
Your heart melts and comes out the end of your dick. Yeah, I know that.
So what happens to somebody with synesthesia when they like sniff a fart? Like, is it like a color experience? Do they see brown, or do they fucking?
Depends on the fart, bro. Sometimes it's green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if it's a tutti frutti? You know, fruity tutti?
Mine are usually like orange.
Because you have like cancer in your butthole.
Or what if it's taste? Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh no. But it tastes good. It's like, oh, it tastes like the food before you chewed it up and ate it and it turned into poop. And now you're passing air past it and it smells like farts.
Did you just eat poop?
So the person that approached you
You pee poop.
was devastated by your career choice, right?
No, just devastated that I was ashamed to go to the career festival and talk about what I do.
I'm actually ashamed of my career.
Yeah. It's dirty work. Somebody's got to do it.
What if you go to career day and you're just like, look, I'm gonna give you some advice right now. Don't fucking do this. Whatever I'm doing right now, this fucking endless cycle of bullshit that I'm stuck in. Don't do that.
That's what happens if you don't go to school, kids.
You end up being a fart
You
smeller.
end up farting in jars and spilling.
But here's the thing. Like, the thing about most careers is like, no, a lot of people are not in the career that they set out to have. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
I mean, when I was a kid, I used to fart in jars and I'd pee in them.
like as a teenager,
But it's not what you went to school for, right?
But I still did it in school.
as a
Just on the weekends. you
As
know?
a teenager, I idolized like drug dealers, for instance, right?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I was like,
That's normal.
I want to grow up and be like,
They
a
put
drug
other stuff
dealer.
in jars, not farts.
And then like I found myself in some random ass career, which is a cool career, but like it had nothing to do with like any planning or intention to be here. And like, I don't know, it's hard for me to go somewhere and be like, you too can find yourself in some random ass career that you had no intention of having.
I punked all of y'all. So I got into the jar industry. Started selling jars to smart fellers and fart smellers and
Yeah, dude.
and drug dealers.
You can't like share jars. Once you fart in it,
You know, everybody
time.
needs jars. It's smart. It's smart. It's like toilet paper, dude. Everybody needs toilet paper.
what's weird is you can't share the jars, but you can combine farts to make different fart profiles. It like a lot like blending whiskey. There's blended farts out there, and they're synthetic.
That's not some bottom shelf shit though.
Well,
Yeah.
you're coding the farts, right?
Yeah, they're abstract.
You gotta know enough to mix the right, smell profiles and everything to kind of get the one that you're looking for.
You want the terpenes.
You're not a fart
and-
purist? You don't like farts directly from the source?
You know, there's a point in time in my career when I was very like religious about it.
Well, you got to be careful. You don't want to go ass to mouth too hard, or you might die.
Yeah, you'll get pink eye if you're not careful too, and that's really annoying. I mean, when you can't smell farts and you do that for your career every day, because you look where your nose is, right? Your nose right next to your eyes, and you got to get it right there. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
shit happens sometimes.
Shit happens? Shit happens?
Yep.
I hate it when shit happens.
It's
and I
shitty
think
work,
a
but
fart.
somebody's got to do it, and it kind of smells bad, you know? But it's for humanity, it's for science, and
For the greater good.
yeah. It's just hard for some folks to wrap their head around that. They're like, ew, that's gross, and that doesn't make any sense, and why would you do something like that? You're a weirdo. And I'm like, no.
You are a strange motherfucker, Gator.
I just fart in jars or have other people fart in jars. Save them. You know what I really like as of lately is that humidity and, environmental controlled storage.
Mm-hmm.
I've got like 50 units across town that I've got thousands of cases of farts just sealed.
50 units, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, so like
50 individual 8x10 units filled with probably
storage units.
storage.
I thought you were saying you
they're
had,
all
like,
climate controlled.
I thought you meant like 50 units, like 50 individual jars. And I was like, wow, that must be going for a lot of money. But you're talking about full on storage units that are filled
full
to
of
the
cases.
brim.
Full
Yeah,
of cases.
Okay.
They're all dated. I have barcode labels I put on all of them.
Yeah.
Are you flipping them? Like, who's buying this shit?
OnlyFans. I do a lot of business on OnlyFans.
You ship it to Japan.
That's a good digital marketplace. Like, good job.
Oh, do you have a vending machine in Japan?
Yes. You know how Bear Meat went viral, dude?
Yeah.
Farts in jars.
That's the
turns
next
out.
one?
Yeah.
All right.
And what's crazy is
It's no longer just people that drive Priuses.
because I was talking about, you know how you can blend them. You can like deep fake people's farts.
Oh, like use AI?
Celebrities,
Like
yeah.
AI? And
Wait, you
just,
can deep fake the smells? You've unlocked
Yes.
the algorithm
Yes.
that allows you to deep
Isn't
fake
that
smells?
beautiful? Yeah, like Barbie.
Oh, well,
This is-
clearly we have to monetize this. This is actually an interesting career.
See,
you
I
should
don't
have done career.
I don't like where
Dedicator.
this is going. This is Pandora's fart box. Once you open this box, like it's unleashed. You're never going to be able to put it back in.
and it stinks.
That smell's just gonna be stuck in your nose forever. Yeah, I know it's bad.
Even worse, you're going to start tasting the smell.
And look, I don't want
That's
other
a-
people capitalizing
that's a
off of
virus.
my farts.
It's a virus.
You know,
Oh, well, I mean, there's also a program where we can, you get like royalties essentially on how your fart performs.
Are y'all more proud?
So if you sell like 1,000 copies of your fart, because let's say they want to use your fart in a movie.
oh, and it goes platinum?
Yeah.
That's a high song. What is platinum? It's like a million, right?
Yeah.
yeah, something like that. Billion.
Yeah.
Million fart copies.
It's a million billion. Are y'all more proud of farts that stink or farts that don't stink?
But sound good?
Dude, I'm getting to the old man stage where, like, I'm just proud if I can make enough noise to where my wife is like, you're a fucking asshole.
Yeah, when your wife's like, do you have cancer? You're like, yeah. That's what the cancer sounds like.
Dude, every now and then you let the hot one off and you get a whiff of it and you're like, good Lord, you got to smell this. This shit is fucking...
What is it?
Was that you or the dog?
What is it about dudes that are just like, God damn, that smells terrible. Here, come smell this.
Come smell
This is
it.
fucking awful.
Like, have you ever smelled something so
that's
bad?
what I did.
Dude, it's crazy the smell visualization too. Like how you imagine what your fart smell looks
Oh,
like.
bro.
And you're like, it's this dense, like, energy ball of fart that just kind of like gradually decays and releases into the atmosphere around you.
It sounds cliche, but have you ever had the rotten egg shits?
Yeah,
Like
for
the
sure.
shits that smell like complete rotten eggs.
When your poop like bubbles in the toilet
Oh
water
my-
afterwards.
oh my- like I've literally...
I don't remember eating Pond's cum.
I literally, dude, took a shit, and it was in a campsite restroom, which was already pretty bad,
Oh, you're like shitting on snakes.
Dude, I took a
turtles,
shit
and stuff.
that stunk so bad that I started puking. I had to like stand up and decide whether to puke on the floor or shit on the floor because like
You wouldn't last a day in my industry,
this
buddy.
is what's going on here.
Kind of need it.
Bro, it was like I thought it was gonna peel the paint off the fucking. All the graffiti was gonna start peeling up off the wall.
We have special jars for farts like that. When it's so potent.
Bro, it only happens a few times in your lifetime. Like, let's be real. Like, I've only had the rotten egg shits. Like, I don't know, maybe 4 times in 40 years.
You get the rotten egg smell because there's a high level of H2S gas in the fart presence, right?
I thought it was the mixture of whiskey and tequila.
Can we
Well,
get,
that results in H2S gas.
can you form concentrated H2S gas?
Well,
Yeah.
you can concentrate it from the digital farts.
You drink a bottle of
H2S
whiskey and a
gas.
bottle of tequila in the same night, and the next morning you will shit this gas.
Yeah, it's just it's
Right.
chemistry.
But then, like,
Biology.
can you boil it down and you know how they make like,
Boiling it helps for sure.
Yeah, we love
When
the
you fart in the shower and it's hot, it smells worse.
And maybe when
because
you're
the
like
shower's
super
hot.
drunk as fuck, you like eat some like non-cooked meat,
But you know how they make like Bud Ice, for instance, right? Where they take a Bud Light and they basically fucking freeze it and then cut off the layer of ice that's not
Yeah.
alcohol and they make it, denser. Can you do that with the?
No, because when you freeze farts, they turn into crystals. So you have to condense it through a different process.
Okay.
It's too cold. Usually, farts condense under high pressure, low heat.
Okay. So,
Which is kind of an oxymoron because high pressure implies high
but like,
heat,
okay,
but-
so the process is different, but like, is the result the same? Like, can you get a condensed, like,
if you
more
condense,
potent version?
this is what happens. If you condense a fart, you get shit. And it goes everywhere.
Gator, you are a dirty fart hooker.
Right down dirty fart.
But he is knowledgeable. Like, you can't argue that he's not great at his craft.
Yeah, I've been doing it for about 30 years.
Yeah, I started condensing farts back in the 80s, and that was, it was hard back then.
Yeah.
Technology
They didn't
really
have all the
around.
infrastructure we have now.
Right, yeah, no.
Lawless-
Technology's really
Lawless
made-
jars.
Yeah.
Chop wasn't in the business yet selling jars.
I used to condense them accidentally. I'd be like, I think I got a fart here, and I'd end up shitting in my jars, and then you got to throw the jar out.
Kids, I'd like to introduce you to this man who is proliferate in the jar business.
Yeah, and then we had that bad actor who stuck a jar in his ass, and it broke.
Oh, yeah.
No, all right, shifting gears. Cool, we're done. We're done. That's it. Throw the flag.
Anyways,
Yeah, let's talk about something different now.
So, aliens, bro.
are we going to aliens?
Yeah, were you talking about cattle mutilation?
I was going to go about how California's confused about why they suck.
That's aliens, too.
Clearly, it's the fucking aliens.
Aliens.
Those are the same story.
So, aliens, I guess, are like ripping cow tongues out of cows?
Yeah. This is kind of a crazy thing, and it's an international phenomenon at this point.
And a developing story, like it's happening
And a
like
developing
lot,
story.
all of a sudden.
Last week, as you hear this,
Is it happening a lot, or they're just talking about it in the news a lot? Because that's what I'm thinking.
Say what?
Is it happening a lot, or are they just talking about
they're
it in
talking
the
about
news
it
a
in
lot?
the news to ignore the things like the U.S. Embassy being evacuated over the weekend.
Where?
and our president
The
being
U.S. Embassy?
Where? The U.S. Embassy?
and our president being illiterate and stupid.
Dang, it was the U.S. Embassy.
They're trying to cover all that up. So they're like, hey, look over here. It's
So, like, they're
Aliens,
They're-
cow
they're
mutilation.
taking-
Bigfoot.
aliens.
Bigfoot was
Aliens.
spotted.
but they're taking briskets and they're taking eye roast or the rib roasts, right?
No, they're taking the lingua.
The tongue.
Yep.
Well, I mean, tongues are good too,
Well, I know, and the face.
but
you
there's
know
still
how to
other
do
good cuts of meat on there
Bro,
they can take.
we're from Texas. I love Cabeza del Toro.
They realize they can sell the hide too, right? Like people make carpets out of that.
Yeah, but clearly it's not from my. And here's some weird things about it. The cows are found to be dead with no blood. They've been drained of all of their blood, and they're missing their tongues
With no signs of a struggle.
with no signs of a struggle. So
Well, I mean,
How
who
are there
struggles in
signs of a-
surgery?
how are there signs of a struggle?
There's not signs of a struggle,
No, I mean, like, what signs are you looking for?
like bruising
tire
or like.
tire tracks, chomp down grass, footprints, things like that. None of that's there.
Rope marks,
It's just
maybe?
like cow in untouched wilderness on the side of
And his tongue's gone.
and his tongue's gone, and he's been drained of all of his blood.
This is a chupacabra. This is a classic case of chupacabra.
Absolutely.
sucker.
See, all these people that are thinking aliens are stupid.
Yeah.
Like, what have you not heard of a
What if
chupacabra?
chupacabras were aliens the whole time, dude?
Obviously, chupacabras were aliens at one point.
But they've been around for like a while now. I don't think they're considered aliens anymore. And frankly, it's kind of offensive that we're calling them aliens.
Yeah, I think because they've been here so long, they kind of have citizenship, right?
Yeah, they're resident for sure.
Can I identify as an alien?
No, let me ask you this.
Yes,
If
absolutely.
if aliens are coming
I'm
down
proud of you.
I'm an
with their
alien now.
UFOs and they're killing cattle and draining their blood and cutting out their tongues,
Why?
See, that's what's so weird about that whole
Science
thing.
and research. They're going to be like 80% of cows live better with their tongues.
Yeah.
They're like, there's aliens, and they sodomize people and cut tongues out of cows. It's like,
That's their two favorite things.
it's like what?
What are they doing with all the cow
Why?
blood, though? Like, it is juicy steak sauce.
I
Don't
think
get
they're
me wrong.
selling it at HEB. I mean, I go to HEB and they got cow tongues wrapped up in.
Cow blood
Saran
mixed
wrap.
with a little bit of melted butter is like the number one steak sauce.
So they're making Heinz 57, huh? Selling it. That's crazy.
A1. It's A1, right?
Oh, that's number one.
A little bit of Worcestershire.
No,
Oh.
I think what happened was they
fish sauce?
they read the stories about beaver dicks and different things like that, and they're just like cow tongues.
Crab meat.
Cow tongues are going to be the thing now. We're gonna stock up on cow tongues.
Do you know you can plant cow tongues in the ground and they grow?
Into cows.
Yeah. Tongue first, though. So, like, the head and, like, the jaw grows out after that.
Gator, I know I've said this before, but I gotta
You're a weird guy.
I gotta reiterate. You're a fucking idiot.
You're welcome, sir.
I was gonna say it nicely and just say weird or strange, demented maybe.
No,
You're a demented little leprechaun.
no, just outright, you're a fucking idiot.
They should make a Barbie after you.
They should. It
So-
wouldn't sell. People would be offended, for sure.
Offensive Barbie.
It's just really small. It smells bad.
Little short redheaded.
Yeah. It's all red.
Dude, okay. So we were talking
It makes me
earlier.
feel uncomfortable.
We were talking earlier about what you'd steal from the fucking grocery store, right? Mm-hmm. And all right, so you can buy. I was talking about how you can buy liquor at the grocery store, like in a lot of places, not in Texas.
Yeah, so you steal the liquor.
Sucks. Yeah, but you steal that, obviously. One of the things is start selling weed in the grocery store.
Bro,
They already do in some places, just not in Texas.
no.
Yeah, turns out
Nope.
there's countries that have it
Oh.
in grocery stores.
Other countries maybe, but not other states.
Turns out there's other planets that grow marijuana and they have it in their grocery
They're
stores.
smoking weed in space.
In planets, dude.
So apparently in Colorado, weed is out.
Technically, everybody smokes weed in space.
Apparently in Colorado, weed is outselling beer and chocolate.
Yeah, that makes sense. That tracks.
Yeah, I mean, because they make those really strong.
It's
like,
about damn time.
It doesn't make
Colorado
any
beers.
sense to me
No,
at all.
doesn't make sense to me. Chocolate, yeah, I get it.
And Colorado's
But-
still broke. Still
beer?
ain't got no money.
You're outselling beer?
That's because they can't. They can't put the money in the banks, so it's not.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. But somehow they can count that
Dude,
they're selling.
they're doing that too. I was in a legal state very recently, and they're taking credit card payments and everything, bro. It's full on just a business now.
Yeah. I'm a business.
But dude, beer and chocolate?
Yeah, I don't believe
Is that combined or individually comparative?
Bro, Bud Light fucked up bad.
the way they did the fucking the way they like took their
They let weed
metrics.
take over, dude.
They were like, oh yeah, these weed dispensaries are selling more weed than beer or chocolate, and it's like, yeah, because weed dispensaries don't sell beer and chocolate.
Weed
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Beer recently got
it's
canceled.
the way they worded it that's making it that a thing.
Exactly.
It's just clickbait.
Weed hasn't been
Maybe.
canceled yet. Shots, let's go.
Shots. Let's go.
Tinker Rink.
Are you trying to get drunk? Damn.
I'm glad they haven't canceled whiskey yet.
Yeah, this stuff's important.
And delicious.
Oh. All right. I got to shift gears. I need to tell a story. And it's
Put
not
the
a-
clutch in.
And it's not a funny story, but it is like a. I'll just say this: I had the proudest dad moment that I've had since becoming a dad. Okay,
Coming.
Wait,
so
I heard the same thing.
I mean, that's a great, man.
so
You have to be coming to be a dad.
we went camping with a lot of other families last weekend, and it was like a staying. It doesn't matter. We were staying in a cabin. It had bunk beds and an air conditioner, but that was it.
Like
you know?
intense?
No, not even tents.
Was
but
it intense?
no, it was in a cabin. That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
Oh, how becoming?
Oh, you went lodging.
No, because it was still anyway. It
People-
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
So people
So
becoming in cabins.
So we're there with a bunch of other parents, and there's this one kid that is, we'll just say like troubled. You know, like he's an angry kid.
Having a bad day.
No, I think he's
Like
Just
all
fucking
days
mean?
are bad.
yeah,
He's just fucking mean.
yeah.
I got one of those.
And but here's the thing: like this kid's parents. Well, the kid's dad wasn't even there. That might be a flag,
Prerequisite
right?
to the.
And his dad wasn't there because his mom made it a point to be like, oh yeah, he's having a fucking meeting in, you know, the south of France with the CFO of Dell or some shit, right? You know,
What the fuck
like,
is the Dell guy doing in France?
and then she brought her au pair. You know what an au pair is?
Nope. Hey, dude.
I
no.
didn't either.
Educate me.
I bet you I don't care.
So she
I
brought
bet you can't spell that. 'Cause I can't.
she brought her au pair to take care of
It's APEAR.
a pair.
A pair.
Makes sense. It's like
I
English.
got a
It
pair
just,
right here.
PAIR also works.
oh, I get
So-
it. So it's like a male servant she has.
So
Sure.
she brought her au pair that was helping her take care of her two kids.
Is that like a nanny?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a fancy word for nanny.
That's complicated.
The younger, she was mostly taking care of the younger one. The
Most
older
people
one
call
is-
the nannies a peach.
The older one is the one that was being an asshole. But regardless, all right. So that's the setup, right? That's
Sure.
where we're at.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Disney movie.
Why are they staying in shitty cabins with you guys?
So
The au pair Tuesday.
my all the kids are running around playing and
Stop
stuff.
pair housing.
And there's this one little girl
Sup-
there that's like, the best way I can describe her is she was like a bird. Like she's skinny, she's small, she's quiet, she's, you know,
Eating bird feed and
Dude, the birds in my yard ain't quiet.
and
whistling in this morning.
this kid came up and all the parents are sitting up here around the picnic table, like
They've
you know,
got
hanging
bird
out.
feed too.
So this little girl is down there playing with all the other kids, and this one kid that's an asshole, straight up, he's an asshole.
Yeah.
He's got her by the
Ponytail?
no, the fucking
Headphones.
hood, like the
Hoodie hood.
of her hoodie, right?
Oh,
like he's
she's
got
a
her by the hood,
Yeah.
Is he jacking her in the face?
and he kind of like no, he's just like, you know, slinging her around by the hood of her hoodie.
Oh,
okay.
no.
And and she gets to a point where she can't do anything, right? And she just sits down, like squats down on her haunches and like puts her hands in front of her face and is like turtling up.
Yeah.
And none of the parents are seeing this. I'm watching it. I'm like, okay, I'm going to stand up and do something. And right when I decide to do that, my daughter goes over and she grabs the hood and she grabs that kid's hands, like by the wrist, and she fucking like yanks them apart, separates them, right? And I can't hear it, right? It's too far away, but I can see her looking at the kid and being like, no, this is not what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
And the little girl stays, down here, turtled up or whatever. But the kid looks at my daughter, and I swear to God, dude, he does the like punch his fist or, his palm of his hand in front of her face. Ooh. And she fucking grills him like, just, I'm not moving. You're being an asshole. I'm not moving. And then,
hit me, bitch.
He turned around because he just got punked in front of
everybody,
all the kids, right?
Everybody.
So he turns around and starts walking away, and my daughter bends over and picks up a rock. All right? This is where it starts to go awry.
Fuck right, dude.
So my daughter bends over and picks up a rock. At this point, I'm like, okay, this is getting out of hand, and I'm already like walking towards the kids.
You're like, yeah, I need to go get it.
And I yell, I'm like, hey, no. And I just point to the ground, and she looks at me, and then she drops the rock. Like, as soon as she sees me coming, she just drops the rock, right? Well, right at that same moment, the kid bends over, picks up a rock, and throws it at her and hits her with a rock. Like, as I'm walking up.
So what they said was, leave that girl alone, I'm going to hit you with a rock. And then he got upset and then turned around and grabbed a rock and threw a rock.
So
you should have let her hold the rock.
I walked up and
picked up the rock, and
I made sure that I made sure that she was okay. And
did he hit her?
Yeah, he hit her. He hit her right in the fucking ribs.
Oh.
It wasn't hard. It wasn't bad. It didn't break the skin or leave a bruise or anything like that. But she was like crying.
You threw a rock at the kid, right?
No.
Why not?
He threw the book at the kid.
So I walked up. I get between the kid and her, and I'm like holding her, and I'm looking at the kid, and I'm like, all right, we're gonna go talk to your mom now, and we're gonna tell her about how you're throwing rocks,
Yeah.
And of course, mom goes down there, and she's like holding him and fucking cuddling him and stuff. And I take my daughter back up to the campsite, and I'm like, hey. She didn't want like anyone to touch her or look at her, and she was mad because she just got a rock.
Yeah, and you're guilty because you got her fucked up, dude. And she was prepared for the battle, dude, and you disarmed her.
So
you're government, dude. Fuck you.
So, a few minutes later, she's fine. She runs off and starts playing with the kids again, and then I think even the mom came up and was like, oh, there's a lot of stimulation out here, whatever. And I was like, yeah, that's the thing.
Shut up, bitch.
And they go and they apologize to Allie, and then they just run off, and everything's going well. Well, later I got my daughter aside, and I was like, baby, I am so fucking proud of you. Like, everything else aside, I'm so proud of you that you stood up for your friend. I'm so proud of you that you defended yourself and your friend. I'm not mad at you that you picked up the rock. That might have been the wrong choice because it escalated, but I'm not even trying to like harp on that.
No, you kidding me? The wrong choice was to tell her to drop it, dude. You made the wrong choice. Like, you should be ashamed, not her. She was prepared. She was prepared for battle.
Hold on. No. Don't spin it like I'm trying to make her ashamed, because I'm not. I'm literally telling her like, good job.
No, I'm not trying to make her ashamed. I'm trying to make you ashamed. You should be ashamed. You disarmed your daughter when she was preparing for battle.
So my point is, all she did was
you're supposed to arm her,
even the playing field, right? That's all she did.
You should have been like, pick up a bigger rock.
So I don't know. It was the proudest moment I've had as a dad, and I did not make a big deal about the rock. I made a big deal about how proud I am of her.
You can't make a big deal about the rock. You made her drop the rock, and then she got hit with a rock, dude. That's your fault.
You're being a fucking asshole right now. Shut up. I was walking over to
late.
Calm the situation.
You were late. She got hit with the rock.
I wasn't late.
If you were on time, she wouldn't have got hit with the rock, dude.
The kid picked up a rock as I was walking over there.
Yeah, after you told her to drop hers, she was prepared. She was prepared for battle. You disarmed her. And she got fucking...
I did.
And she got nailed with the rock, dude. You should feel terrible.
Because
you should feel horrible about yourself as a person.
It could have gotten out of control. Look. No, you're good in disarming it. Because look, what if...
you should have disarmed him.
Not to take it extreme.
He was disarmed when I was walking over there.
No, that's cool, man. I almost want to go find her and be like, Hell yeah, you're awesome, dude.
Yeah,
I'm going to go find her and be like, next time your dad tells you to
And
drop the rock, drop it on top of the guy.
She doesn't need to do that for me to tell her that.
The kid was walking away. When I told her to drop the rock, I was walking up to the situation. The kid was walking away. Unarmed, as you call it. He was walking away. And I was like, all right, we're de-escalating.
But he's clearly an asshole. Fucking hit him in the back anyways with the rock. Unarmed. Beat him to it. Then he would have cried and he wouldn't have had time to throw a rock. And she wouldn't have got impaled with the fucking rock.
That kid's got enough against him, man.
Yeah, he's going to have some
He's already got a hard time, clearly, man. Little boys picking on
But here's the
girls,
deal. As long as little girls don't hit him with rocks, he's not going to learn his fucking lesson. Like, and unfortunately, he's going to grow up and still be an asshole later, and he's going to be an asshole to the wrong person, and then he's going to get really hurt. You know? Like, he could have just got hit with a little rock from a little girl, and like that wouldn't have been that bad. But later, like, he might get killed because he's an asshole. Because nobody taught him to not be an asshole.
He'll learn.
Not if nobody hits him with a fucking rock.
He'll get it before he's old.
So when I was talking to her in the cabin, and I was like, the only thing that may have escalated it was picking up the rock, and you dropped it as soon as I asked, and that's even okay because you were defending yourself and you were defending your friend.
She knew he was going to throw a rock at her.
Stop yelling! Shut the fuck up for a second. You weren't there. All right.
I'll have to be there.
And the only thing that she said was, well, I wasn't going to hit him or throw it at him. All I wanted was for him to go away. And I was like, that's what,
even better,
she wasn't trying to hurt him. She didn't want to hurt him.
No, she was trying to protect herself. And you disarmed her and she got nailed with a rock. You were a piece of shit.
Blake, Chris, I love you guys both. But God damn it, Chris. Instigator. Over here.
Chris was the kid. Chris was the kid that threw the rock, right?
Yeah.
That's who he was.
He waited till he was like 35 to get beat up.
No, dude, I learned some lessons early. Like, one of my early fights, like, I was the asshole and I got my ass kicked. And
you were the asshole?
Yeah, for real.
No, you got your ass kicked?
It happened.
That's what I was more of.
All of that happened, you know? And I learned, like, maybe if I'm an asshole, I might get hit with a fucking rock.
Did you? Did you, though?
Yeah.
There's microphones in here. Might get hit with the microphone.
Dude, I don't know. That was a proud dad moment. I had 2 proud dad moments. That was the biggest one, right? The second biggest one. All right, shots.
She started a fire all by herself.
Oh, we need to review the whiskey.
Burn down the whole cabin.
With sticks.
We'll review the whiskey after this shot, and then I'll tell my second proud dad moment.
All
right. Today we're drinking Rabbit Hole.
5s across the board.
High Gold Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
Sweetness.
Pretty low.
3. A little bit.
What?
It's sweet enough to get down.
I'd say it's average. It's gratuitous. It's not gratuitous in any form or fashion.
It's not sweet.
It's not sweet.
It's average.
All right, then
I don't
average.
know. I could go between 2.5 and 3. I see.
2.75.
2.5. We'll go 2.5.
Crunch. Low.
Yeah. They got
2. 1.5, 2.
Dos Equis.
Not much crunch. That's all liquid. It's not a lot of dirt in there.
Bite. It does have a little bit of bite at the end. A little bit. 3.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Bottle. All right. Hold up.
3.5 minimum.
Dude, the bottle's got
3.5
the
minimum
rabbit
because the
on the
rabbit
front.
is engraved in the glass.
The shape is
The shape
completely
is
unique.
completely unique. The
cork
cork
is
good.
badass.
Yeah.
Look at the top.
3.5 to fucking 4.
Wait, look at the bottom too, though. Because the bottom, look at it from the front angle. It's got the rounded hump on the bottom. I think that's
That's a rabbit.
No, below the rabbit.
Right here. Little hill the rabbit's jumping.
Yeah, bitch. The hill. You see it?
Yeah.
See over the hill?
I thought it was.
You're over it already. You don't see it yet.
That's a lily
He's
pad.
looking back.
fucking old. Yeah, you can't see it. Fucking old bitch. Just kidding.
No, I'm just the same age as old people.
Dude, as far as bottles go, this is
Fucking
a good one.
Badass. Makes you-
I want to say 3.5.
I said 3.5 as a minimum. I would gladly accept 4.
That's because you're into rabbits.
Gator, would you do 4?
I'd do rabbits. Wait, are we off that topic already?
I'd rather have 4 rabbits than 3.5 rabbits. Let me put it that way.
I'm gonna give it a 4. Fuck y'all. It's gonna go on the shelf.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll put it yep.
All right. Yep.
Yep.
We'll put it yep.
It's
Drunkenness.
It's my
How do we
rabbit
feel?
call. 69.
I feel great about it. That shit has been easy to get down. Honestly, it's delicious. I feel like
95 proof.
It doesn't taste like hangover at all. It's 95 proof. I'm gonna give it a 3.5.
It's very pleasant and very clear.
This is a good bottle.
Yeah, I like it a lot. It's
Crazy.
too bad it's so expensive, though. It doesn't matter. You stole it.
It's not even
anyways.
that expensive. It's like on par for good whiskey. $70 is like on par for good
And
whiskey.
how much is in there? Like a half a cup or something?
No, it's like a pint.
Okay. What, 750 what? Milliliters?
Yeah.
MLs.
Milliliters?
Yeah, apparently they
Mils.
still make liquor in the rest of the world.
How much is a liter of that? $100?
It should be ounces, but, here we are.
Is that $100 bottle of liters?
Rabbit hole.
I like it.
Rabbit hole.
And
Check it out.
we haven't quite gotten down a rabbit hole, but
It's about $10 per 100 liters.
right.
Milliliters.
okay.
So second proud dad moment of the weekend, okay?
Yeah.
How proud are you?
They had a super proud.
This proud.
They had a miniature golf course at this campground that we were staying at.
Did you get a hole in one?
And I'll get there. And so it's one of those situations where
I still
like
haven't got a hole in one, man.
I brought, have you seen the little putting game that I have that's like you unfold it and
It's like a
got
carpet.
It's got 6 cups on both sides, 6 holes on both sides or whatever, and there you drink a cup every time you make the.
Oh.
So I took that thinking like that would be a fun game for everyone to play,
Turns
So-
out everybody's not drinkers.
So at the same time, I
Yeah,
also,
like I brought a bottle of whiskey and a bunch of beer.
so I also took
speaker.
a putter of mine and
A case of beer and a
and
bottle
her
of whiskey.
and her putter. So I already have the putter. I already have 2 balls. I've already got like
You got 2 balls.
so.
It's better than 4, I guess.
They're a little hairy. You got to clean them off.
In my brain, I was like, I don't have to go up and pay for a putter and balls, right? Like I
Wait.
don't have to rent the material from them. I
Wait,
can just go play the
brought my own
fucking course.
He implied he has a brain and balls in that sense.
So you stole putt
So
for your daughter?
so her and I, we go play 8 holes, not 9, because 9, it goes in the thing and then you lose it.
Yeah, you don't want to lose your ball.
Yeah, and those are
Give me,
mine.
give me back my
You don't want your
frisbee.
balls going in the hole because that's bad.
I'm going to leave this in the woods on a real golf course.
So her and I played a couple rounds of 8 holes, and she was getting frustrated, but she was like, I was teaching her, and I got her to finally figure out like, set the putter down, line the line up, right? Like because there's a line on her putter. Point the line at the fucking hole, and then rest your fingers and don't move the putter. Move your feet until they're comfortable. Then grip the putter, and then swing. And when you swing, you want. I was doing all the things. I was trying to teach her how to putt.
Your
Right?
arm straight.
You're
you
pro.
Make a pendulum.
So by the end of our 2 little cycles, we got like she was getting it. I'm not saying she was an amazing putter. What I'm saying is she was putting like someone that knows how to putt.
I'm glad that you, as a professional, were teaching her.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's cool, man.
She's got good coaches.
You're good, Blake.
Look, I'll teach you how to make it in 3 every
Dude,
time.
Blake's a
you know?
goddamn golfer over here, man. He's got balls and
So-
holes and shit.
So we go back to the campground or whatever, and the other parents are like, "Let's go play putt." And I was like, "Well, if we're all gonna I don't have putters and balls for everybody.
Yeah, like, I got 2 balls.
Y'all are going to have to actually pay for that shit.
Yeah.
And the other
So-
dads were like, I got 2 balls too.
They're like, it turns out you should actually pay for that shit also.
So then it became a thing where like,
You gave everybody
okay,
lessons?
they all went, and now all the kids are playing putt, and they're just like, dude, it was so low key that at the desk they were like, hey, don't play the 9th hole, and then you can keep your ball and play again. We don't care, like they don't give a fuck.
Don't pay us at all. It's fine.
So anyway, we're all doing putt, and dude, all the other kids are like, it's like they're playing hockey, like they're running and hitting it at the same time, and then catching it and stopping it, and and the game became like how fast can you go through the course and start over, and how many times have you done it?
Yeah, it's a race.
Except for her. She was the only one that was like, okay, let these fucking assholes, these animals play through. And then she fucking, without me, like I'm watching her play with the other kids.
She's like, no, you're trying to make it, not just like trying to make it in 4 as fast as you can.
And dude, they weren't even, not 4. Like they're tap, 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 drag it, tap, and then it goes past the hole and you just catch it and pull it back until it goes in and then grab it and run to the next hole.
That's
That
good.
was-
Do you know how
golf
to
right
cheat?
there.
Because if you do,
Like, that's
now's
what
a
they
good
were doing.
time.
That's
Yeah.
good golf right there. That takes skill.
And so she would just let them play through. And then because I did the little session with her before where I was like, no, this is how you putt, she was proud of the fact that she had her own putter, which none of the other kids had. 2, she knew how to actually putt.
And put up
Whether
a
she was
real
good at
score.
it or not, she knew how to like, okay, this is the actual game we're playing. So all the other kids are being assholes. They play through and then she's like, all right, now that they're fucking on the next hole, she would put her putter down. She'd square her feet. She'd line up. She'd fucking
Bro, teach
do
your
the
golf.
thing. And then she'd tap it. And dude, she did make a hole in one. She did.
The cool thing about golf is it's not so popular yet. Like, she can absolutely be a mediocre golfer and like get a college scholarship.
Dude, it's so crazy to me that like I've tried to, I don't want to say push stuff on her because I've never pushed anything on her.
No propaganda.
But I have like, oh, it would be super cool if she was like hella into guitar. I'm going to buy her a guitar. She doesn't fucking care about that guitar. You know, she doesn't ever touch it. That's okay. All right.
Not yet. You might be premature. You need to try that again when she's about 12.
Maybe she's a piano player, right?
Again,
I'll get her a keyboard.
Try it again when she's about 12.
The keyboard, she does the thing that plays the music and then like, you know, you pretend to play. She does that.
She had so I watched her. It's been a while, maybe a year now, but I came over here and you had just got her the keyboard and I went in her room and cause she wanted to play in her room, you know, and then I was like, oh shit, there's a brand new keyboard right here. So I started playing piano, you know, and then she was like, no, you're doing it all wrong. She's like, watch.
She pushes the button.
We're going to smash all the fucking keys at the same time, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, do that until it sounds better, you know? Like that's what she got.
That's piano, yeah. You just make it sound.
And also, she's little, dude. She's still little. Like when she's 12, like you need to reintroduce all the shit that you're trying to do now.
I'm almost there. Okay, so then I was like, she likes to bang on shit, right? I'm gonna get her the fucking drums. She can bang on the drums. What she did is she did their electric drums. So they have the headphones, right? She did the thing where you change the sound of each one of the drums to be a keyboard key, and then she's playing keyboard on the fucking drum. And I'm like, what? So she's trying to figure out songs on the drums. Like Mary Had a Little Lamb on the fucking drums.
Oh, man.
And I was like, all right,
That's so cool.
This is clearly not the only piece of musical like equipment that I got her a PA that she can sing on. She likes that a lot. But then, you know, I take her to gymnastics after school just to like, oh, so you have something to do occasionally. And that's like become a part of her identity. Like she's good at it. You see what I'm saying? My point is you don't get to pick what other people are interested in. And she's this little person that's like trying to figure out what it is that she's interested in.
Dude,
You say that, but like as someone who has a 5th grader that's going into 6th grade, he had to pick his electives as he goes into 6th grade, right? And he's the athlete of the family. He's honestly kind of a talented athlete even, right? And one of the things he picked that he wants to be into is band. And now I don't think I can shift him from his draw to music because I think honestly he might be musically inclined also. He likes music. He always has. Like he has even music that he likes, you know? What I can drive though is what music, like, okay, you're going to do band. You should really look at percussion. You know, I think for him, I think percussion would be a good answer.
I like what Blake said earlier. And it's something that I realized too when I had a kid that like, this is a whole like separate, different person. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, they're not going to like the things you were into.
And it's like, but
still as that's what I'm getting at. Like, yeah, obviously like you're not going to pick what they're going to fall in love with. Right. But you have to acknowledge that you have influence there.
Well,
you have
your influence is, exposure, right? Like what can you expose them to that will take?
For some people it's that, but for some people it's like, no, you're going to fucking do this.
I mean, there's multiple things that it takes for somebody to pick something up, right? Like it's going to be influence and it's going to be environment and it's going to be like what's inherent to you. Like what is your personal calling? And that's different from person to person as you're talking about.
Dude, we spent the entire weekend. This is what we did most of the weekend. This is what she did. Most of the weekend, she spent playing golf a little bit and being proud of it and doing it right? Like not like the other kids were doing. She was doing it right.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that she spent even more time on was casting a fishing pole. Ooh. Like I rigged up a little LOL doll fucking pink fishing pole with just a weight. And that's all she wanted to do was cast the fish. And then I took her down to the lake and she wanted to fish.
Did she catch anything?
No, of course not.
Fuck, it's fishing, dude.
The wind was blowing and there's kids splashing around. No, she didn't catch anything. But she casted 1,000 times probably. Like, and the way I figure is like, okay, you know, it would be super cool if she was into the same things I was into, if I could get her into guitar, if I could get her, you know, but where I landed was she really enjoys golf and fishing.
Here's where the influence...
And I'm like, well, I'm cool with this.
Yeah,
here's where the influence
this isn't a bad place to be.
Here's where the influence is, though. Like, your kid, you know, like, you're going to wake up and you're going to have, like, 30 minutes to an hour with your kid in the morning, right? And then you're going to send them off. And then somebody else is going to raise them for like 7 to 8 hours a day, right? And then they're going to come home and you're going to come home, right? And then you're going to get another couple hours with them before they go to bed. And so the reality is that somebody else has your kid for a lot more time, awake time than you have them, right? And inevitably, what's going to happen is one or all of your kids, whatever your situation is, your kids are going to get into some things where you're like, how about no? Just no, don't do that. Look, just
saying no doesn't work all that well. What
no,
you have
but
to
you
do is
do
be
have
like,
influence.
hey, you know what's cooler
You do
than
have
that?
influence. You have to understand that
This other thing that's way cooler than
exactly, which is your influence, right? And like you have to understand that your influence isn't everything. It's not 100% of the equation, right? Like your influence is a small percentage of the equation. It's like the nature versus nurture shit, right? Like each of them have their own percentage of the equation, right? And then that develops whatever the fuck happens. Influence is a piece of that you have as a parent. And as a parent, everybody that is a parent is going to go through the same deal where like your kids are going to get into shit and you're going to be like, hell yeah, let's do that. And they're going to be like, that was kind of a phase. I'm not really into that. And then they're going to quit. And you're going to be like, fuck, you know? And then they're going to get into some shit and you're like, no, just fucking no, you know? Like, look, if you get into that shit, like there's a lot of like downhill effects that you're not thinking about in the moment of getting into that shit. You know what I mean? And you have to exercise your influence. And like one of the hardest things as a parent, in my humble opinion, right? Like I'm not qualifying myself as a good parent or anything here. Just saying
a lot of experience.
In my humble opinion, like one of the great things about that is learning like the proper times and places to execute your influence as a parent, you know?
Well, I told her I was proud of her for standing up for a friend.
No, and that's good. You should have told her you felt bad about like letting her get hit with a rock.
I didn't. Clearly, you missed the point of that story, Chris.
It went over his head, dude. What do you expect?
What am I supposed to do? Go beat the kid up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fucking.
You're like, yeah, I got arrested and I got to go to court next week and shit.
And so to reiterate that,
He assaulted me, okay?
I didn't want her to have the experience of crushing a dude's skull with a rock at 7 years old, you know?
And then she's like crushing skulls for the rest of her life. And you're like, you can't do that, you know? Like,
so to reiterate that I have a bunch of fucking kids, right? There's been a couple of instances where some of my much larger kids decided that, it's okay to punch the very much smaller babies in the face or something, you know? And then you got to punch the kid in the face so that they understand that that's not okay. Like, as much as it's okay for you to hit that baby in the face, like, it's like, okay, you hit a baby in the face, now you get punched in the face. That's real world shit, right? Like, you be an asshole, you get punched in the face, you know?
Wait, are you advocating punching a child in the face?
Yeah.
it's got to be your child.
If they're an asshole and they're your child.
Okay. Okay.
It's a fruit punch. It's a drink you get at the grocery store.
It's in the essence of learning. Go into real life. If you're an asshole, like somebody's going to punch you in the face. Like that's the way that life is.
One day,
you might as well teach them about life early on. Like if you're going to be a fucking asshole, somebody's going to hit you in the face. And here we are. You've been an asshole and now you've been hit in the face. And honestly, that's how most of us in this room were actually raised.
One day, that kid
and more so, it's how our parents were definitely fucking raised.
Yeah.
One day, that kid is definitely going to get hit with a rock, and he's going to be like, "Holy shit, is this what I've been doing to people? Like, I regret this."
Right? You could have taught that lesson right then and there.
Shame.
Like right then and there, you could have taught the lesson.
Nah, that wasn't Blake's lesson to teach.
You're right, because you go to jail for assaulting a child.
And that kid wouldn't have gotten it then. That wasn't
at this point.
context.
Even if it's your own kid and you punch him in the face, you're in trouble.
Yeah, that was kind of my point a minute ago.
All right, I'm saying that's wrong.
That's good.
For the record, punching children is wrong. Glad we could clear that up.
It's good stuff though.
No. Well, that's not what I meant. Like the perception that punching children is wrong. Like how else? I wouldn't have learned a lot of shit if somebody didn't punch me in the face.
All right, stop. Yeah, I want to talk about Fuck, I wasn't prepared.
Wait, hold on. I need to backtrack here.
Chris has got to clean up his mess real quick.
No.
Here's a mop. Here's a bucket. There's water outside. There's soap underneath the counter.
I'm trying to show without a benefit of a doubt that there is no mess here.
Trash can is right next to the door.
I'm saying like with us, like we were kind of on the back end of brute force in parenting, right? Like a lot of us got spanked or backhanded at least a few times in
Hung
our lives.
upside down in the closet for a while. Yeah.
And the generation before us, even worse than that. Like they got it even more hardcore than we did.
Yeah, they had to like work and stuff.
And in this day and age, like that's just not allowed. Like you can't have any kind. Like it's just
the kid could have learned a valuable lesson from
getting hit with a rock.
Someone, by another child. That's your point.
Right. And maybe then he wouldn't have hit anybody else with the rock. But now, since he didn't learn that lesson, he might hit three or four more kids with rocks before he learns the lesson.
Yeah, that's not my lesson to teach. That's someone else's.
But is it the right way? Like it's not capital punishment's the wrong term. What's the term for like when you spank
Corporal
your children?
punishment.
Corporal punishment.
Corporal.
Thank you. Capital and corporal.
Colonel
Close.
punishment.
Colonel.
Colonel punishment.
You don't want to be a serial punisher.
Lieutenant Colonel punishment. Yeah, you don't want to be a serial punisher.
But like at some point, they got to learn lessons, you know? And like how I learn lessons is usually I got punched in the face.
Yeah, it happens.
By another kid.
Shit happens, man.
Or a parent, honestly. Like, again, we were at the back end of corporal punishment. Like I remember when I was still in elementary, I'm going to qualify my age here. 75? When I was still in elementary school, the principal had a fucking paddle, like a fucking,
and it had holes drilled through it.
Beat freshmen asses with a paddle. Like the principal in elementary school. Like you go to the principal's office, it wasn't like, oh shit, you're kind of in trouble. It was like, oh shit, he's gonna hit you with a fucking wood stick.
Yeah, that shit was real. Bro. That was on the wall, bro.
I grew up in Comfort, Texas. You think there wasn't a drilled paddle? There was.
Again,
and she took it in front of the assembly and she was like, look, I'm a small girl, but I know how to swing this paddle, and she swung it in front of us.
We are the last generation that had that, you know? And unfortunately, like what it taught us is like, hey, if you're an asshole, like somebody's gonna fucking
whoop your ass.
Whoop your ass, dude. Like, you know,
your life's on the line.
And it taught a whole generation of people like to not be a fucking asshole, you know? Yeah, or at least be drunk enough to where you don't feel it, you know? Like that's kind of where we landed as a society.
Yeah.
But in this day and age, like they're not learning these lessons. Like they're just proliferating being an assholeness like throughout the entire development of children. And holy shit, like what are we going to end up with 20 years from now?
Paddles.
No, those are not allowed.
They'll come back.
They need to.
Paddles are making a comeback.
They'll be a boomerang.
They fucking need to. Dude, they fucking need to. Like, I think a lot of problems could be solved with like the real life, like, hey, like if you act like this, like here's what's going to fucking happen.
What if they paddled Tucker Carlson instead of like canceling him? What if they did that?
Then he might have learned to not be an asshole, dude.
Or like they paddled the SpaceX rocket for fucking up.
I promise you, if every time Tucker Carlson said something inappropriate, somebody hit him with a fucking wooden paddle.
He went to the principal's office.
Like he would probably slow down. Like, you know what I mean?
So would they be better off spanking Elon or the rocket?
He would. It'd be hard to learn the same. I think everybody. I think
the whole engineering team who built the rocket,
the population as a whole.
Like, that office better be big. Dude.
What did the rocket do?
It fucking blew up.
Oh, did it?
Like,
yeah, it like didn't do what it was supposed to do.
Look, here's the deal. Like, this is America. It's your right to be a fucking asshole. Absolutely. Be a fucking asshole. And it's my right to punch you in the face if you're a fucking asshole.
No, it's not.
There's consequences, I guess, is what you're saying. Like if you're a rocket and you blow up, like you're
right.
Get
that
paddled.
might be a little out of line.
They're gonna pick up all your pieces and take you to the principal's office and whoop you with a paddle. And then they're going to build you back into a rocket and make you do it again.
Okay.
And you better do it right this time.
So that's not right. But is the reality, right? Like, if I go out there acting like an asshole, like somebody's going to punch me in the face. That is reality?
Yeah. Like, if you go out there acting like a rocket and you don't go where you're supposed to go and you blow up, you're an asshole.
That's unfortunate.
So don't be a rocket. And
don't be a rocket?
Don't be a rocket and try and blow up out there now.
Well, no, just don't blow up.
Yeah, don't do that because Elon will be mad and then he'll get whooped in the office. And then you will too.
You think public paddlings, you think that would straighten the politicians out?
No, because people would be like, nah, it didn't hurt me. Nah. They'd be get all buck wild about it.
That's where it gets crazy
because like athletes talking about swing the paddles.
Get who?
like athletes to swing the paddle?
Dude, like professional slap fight league people to do it? Yeah.
Bro, you got to watch out for the cricket players.
Dude, what if people are training to do that right now? They have like trees they smack paddles against, and they're like, yeah.
We're going so far the opposite
Damn,
direction.
what if we did a slap league,
With paddles.
but paddles and asses instead of
A
faces?
paddle league, dude, and you tap when your ass is like done.
Yeah.
I think like a paddle league, but you use baseball bats.
Dude, no.
No, you gotta use a
flat
paddle.
with holes in
You
it.
can only drill like up to 8 holes. You can't have any more than that.
And they have to be regulated, right?
Yeah,
like they have to be
certain
the same
size.
size.
But they can be anywhere on the paddle. Like you can do
Because
any
a
pattern you want.
dude, that's so much more brutal because a paddle isn't going to knock you out.
No, it's just painful.
So it's just how much pain can you handle, and then it's your turn.
Dude,
Yeah.
to the face, paddle will knock you out.
Nah, but
But
because you don't want people getting knocked out, you want people getting
Oh,
in pain.
like
in their
buns
butt.
up?
yeah, but with paddles.
And you bend over, like all the way on your knees.
I went to the principal's office in the days of corporal punishment. Dude. I remember what that's like. That
Yeah,
shit hurts like
when
a
they hit your
motherfucker.
balls, dude, that's when it really hurts.
You gotta tuck that shit up front, dude.
Dude, I tried to, and they're
legs
like-
together, tuck it up front.
Get your hand out of the way. No, my ball.
Well,
Get
yeah,
your
you-
hand. Pop. Ow,
Yeah,
my
you
ball.
can't put your hand back there. That's danger.
Yeah, my kid's still short.
But you got, but you definitely got to protect your balls, dude. If you're gonna lean over for a paddling, dude, you got to pull your balls up.
Well, I'm
front.
hoping in this professional league they can wear cups, some kind of protection.
I'm
Right?
a-
I mean, these are athletes.
Professional paddle
These are
league.
athletes, right? No, they're politicians. They're athletes who are doing the paddling.
No, I think I've diverted. I want to go to a professional paddle league now. I want to see some juice to the gills motherfuckers with neck tattoos paddling.
Not only do they train their paddling arm, but they train their ass to receive the punishment.
my champion
Right,
is
dude? Right?
my champion is Mark McGuire.
How would you?
Yeah, he would probably win.
Yeah, dude. His ass is like a rock.
Whoa,
Look at the fun back.
whoa, whoa!
Right? You need a good defense is your best offense, right?
I'm offended.
That's you need to get a good strong ass. How would you train your ass for that? You're like, I slam my ass against the walls all
You
day.
don't. That's the whole purpose of it. You don't. You learn to not be an asshole, so people don't fucking hit you with paddles.
No, but if you're a professional like paddling athlete, you're like, it's the same with fighting. They're like, no, don't fight. It hurts. And there's guys who like fight professionally.
If every time I'm a smart
no,
ass,
don't get in trouble, get paddled. And there's guys who get paddled professionally.
if every time I'm a smart ass, I get backhanded, I learn to not be a smart ass anymore.
But there's some guys who are like, they're like, I learned how to be a professional paddler from getting paddled in school. So that's what I do for my career now. And I sell out pay-per-views.
oh, I get it. The paddlers went to career day.
Yeah.
They indoctrinated the children.
You would have to you would have to take a lot of paddlings.
One day
There's training, dude. Like
one
there's
day
a system.
you could be a paddler.
You could. And you can train athletes to.
All you have to do is study hard,
It would
get
be-
paddled a lot, and be an asshole, and then you could be a paddler also.
UPC, Ultimate Paddling
Championship.
Championship.
I guess that is the negative effect of.
Well, they have
corporal
weight
pun-
classes. Yeah, they'd have to have weight classes because you wouldn't want somebody big swinging on you.
I guess that is the negative effect of corporal punishment. Is it proliferates corporal punishment?
I'm still trying to figure out the ass training part. That's
Do you have to have weight classes? Why would you have to have
yeah,
weight
because
classes?
you wouldn't want like a 400-pound one motherfucker swinging on your ass. You know what I mean?
I mean, I would.
Maybe it's all technique. Maybe they'll figure out the technique and be like, look, it doesn't matter how big you are. If you can swing it, you can swing it. It's just gonna hurt. It's like shooting a gun.
That's
You know what
not
I mean?
true, dude. If you have a little bitty paddle, it's hard to get traction.
No, but I'm talking about you have the same
Equal paddles, different size
people.
athletes.
Yeah,
People,
weight classes,
yeah, but the dick's the same size, it's the same price.
Athletes.
athletes. I think you need weight classes, dude.
You know what'll happen? People learn to stop being.
I don't know.
assholes.
There's not weight classes in golf, right? And you're just swinging the club.
Yeah.
You don't need weight classes. Fuck it. Let's go hard. No weight classes. But it's a tournament style. It's gonna be like pride fighting.
It's true.
Oh, you're gonna have to get paddled by like 3 or 4 people in one night.
Well, if you're good enough.
Gang paddle.
If you get up to that top bracket, you'll be getting paddled a few times.
You know
But
what-
we'll have doctors there, and they'll make sure everything's okay. They can stitch anything on scene if they need to.
You don't
Yeah,
want
what
to
are
get.
the medical complications to paddling?
Oh, dude, they're definitely going to have to put salve on your ass so you don't get, like, burns and stuff. You know
know
what I
what-
mean? Like they do in the UFC. Could you imagine you walk up to, like, the paddling cage, you, like, bend over and pull your pants down and then put fucking grease all over your ass? And, like, make sure you don't have, like, knives or stuff stuck in your ass so you're not, like...
You got like a cut doctor that fucking makes you stop bleeding from your ass.
Dude,
after
they have,
hit
like,
you
the
somewhere.
cold thing in between rounds they put on your ass. It's like, we're fixing the cut right now. And they give you, like, pep talks in between rounds. They pull out the stool, but you can't sit on it. They just pull it out.
You just lay on your
You just lean on it.
You're taking it too hard.
You definitely
You
don't
got to
want-
watch for that right. He's getting you with that right every time. When he swings the paddle, it hits you right in the butt. It's going to hit you every time.
There's nothing you can
There's
do.
nothing you
about
can do about it. You just got to keep taking those hits. It's going to hurt really bad this time. You ready to go back in? We're about to hit the buzzer. Okay, go.
That's a fair paddling though. Like you definitely don't want to get gang paddled though. Can you imagine like two people both with the paddle and they just ha-pop, ha-pop, ha-pop. They can get like a cadence, like a metronome, just paddling your ass.
That sounds like Guinness Book of World Records. Like, how many paddles can you take? What would be really crazy
Yeah,
is...
where's the sport in this?
Yeah, what they need to do is instead of an octagon, have like a principal office you go into.
Well, y'all went to fighting. I went to wrestling, you know.
Why?
All of a sudden there's two dudes and they're beating up the one guy.
Tag team paddling.
Tag team paddling, yeah.
Oh, man. But then you can
Ooh,
call
write
it
that down. That's
Ga-
a good one.
tag team paddling.
Gang paddling.
Oh,
It's a
I
ga-
mean, if we're going to go with tag team, now we got to go to robotic paddling.
Well, no, there would be a strategy, right? Like because
with tag team?
both, yeah, because if you're tag team, both of you can
We're far beyond introducing Terminators into sports, man.
check it out. So like both people, you get to pick who you're going to paddle. So like both people could try to tap out the one guy first, or you could split it up, right? Put your strongest against put your strongest swinging, your strongest paddler
there's some strategy to
against
this,
their
huh?
strongest ass, you know? But also you could tag team the one ass, tag team the one ass. Yeah, I said it. And then both of you paddle that ass until he taps, and now he's got to like handle two of you.
I'm
you
going
know?
to paddle the fuck out of that ass. As if they say before they go in there for each round.
Can you imagine the shit talking before?
Instead of like, you don't have a chin, you're going to get knocked out. They're like, you don't have an ass, you're going to get paddled.
Look, you got no ass. How are you going to take this paddling?
Look at that.
I
You're going to hit your ass one time or you're going to be done.
I got such a big paddle. Your ass can't handle that shit.
You have a glass ass, I'm going to break it.
It's my paddle.
Glass ass, you've been asked too many times.
Oh,
You got a weak ass, boy.
This show was fucking
This haunches, boy.
wild.
Buck wild.
The Whiskey and Whiskers website is up. It's whiskeyandwhiskerspodcast.com. If you'd like to support the show, it's starting at just $1 a month. Whiskeyandwhiskerspodcast.com. You can also find links to the show no matter how you choose to listen. We're on iTunes, YouTube, Spotify, Google Play, Podbean, Pandora, Audible, everywhere. So look us up. And there's live feeds for social media on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. We're on the That's Not Canon Network. Tons of great podcasts. No matter what you like to listen to, most importantly, if you made it this far in the show, you're a bad motherfucker. Go to our website, whiskeyandwhiskerspodcast.com, and click that bad motherfucker link. New episodes every Monday. New content all the time.
We'll see you next week.